With the introduction of the crit element skill, the mhnow meta is shifting from elemental attack focused builds to now full affinity builds, prioritizing skills like crit eye, weakness exploit, and crit boost in combination with the new crit element skill. I did the math, and weapons at grade 10 do get bigger damage with crit element compared to having just elemental attack. So if we want to make the best build, we are forced to adapt to the meta. The crit elem build I'm running with right now is this. We equip the silver rathalos helm and legs to get crit element free, the carnival mail and pink rathian waist to get crit eye 4. Now I understand that this chest piece was exclusive to the global carnival paid event, so if you don't have this specific armor piece, you can also equip the Odogron chest with crit eye 2 or the rathalos mail with weakness exploit 2. The main downside is you will lose lock on. But if you're fine with using gyro, then equipping either one of these two alternatives won't be a problem. And then lastly, we will equip the Azure Rathalos Vambraces to get crit boost level 2. This will increase our crit damage modifier from 25% to 35%. For Driftstone skills, you can roll for more crit eye or wex and try to max out these two skills. And then ideally, we should get more crit boost skills. But unfortunately, that skill is locked behind an event Driftstone, which is currently not available. All we can hope for is that this Driftstone makes a comeback so that we can optimize our builds further. But for now, my build has crit eye 5, crit element 3, and crit boost 2, and weakness exploit 1. We can get crit element 5 if we equip a grade 8 silver rathalos weapon, but we can only use it against monsters weak to fire. Because with this build, we always swap out the weapon we're using depending on the elemental weakness of the monster we're hunting. Now, speaking of weapons, what is the best weapon type to pair with this build? It's easy to say that the best weapons for affinity builds are the fast attacking weapons like the dual blades and the longsword. But I'm a lance main. Of course I'm gonna use my grade 10 lance weapons with this build. The problem is there's no space to add guard or offensive guard in this build without sacrificing damage. And you guys know me, I love the guard counter playstyle. And without guard, I'll be taking way too much chip damage. And I'm not about to roll driftstones just to get guard. So I was forced to adapt or suffer the consequences of losing damage or losing HP from chip damage. And I'm not about to let this meta stop me from using the lance. That's why I adopted the evade lance playstyle. Instead of using the counter thrust to get perfect guards, I'm now perfect dodging attacks. And I'll admit that playing this way is way riskier than going for perfect guards. But somehow, it's made the game feel new and exciting once again. I still use guard from time to time, but I don't use the counter thrust for this playstyle. My new best friend is the leaping thrust follow-up. Since we don't have guard, most attacks and even monster roars would knock us back. But then, this allows us to do the leaping thrust follow-up. The triple hit attack it does makes great use of the additional affinity of the build. Now I've also experimented with using dash attack for most of the hunt in order to maximize the crit element skill. And it's actually pretty fun. I just dash and dash without even worrying about dodging. For this dash lance playstyle, I use gyro, and even if the monster attacks, I just tilt my phone and dash away from the monster's attack. Instead of dodging, I just continue to dash through and damage the monster. I even discovered that you can use the jump attack to literally jump over monster attacks to dodge them. This new crit element affinity build works really well with the regular dash attack and of course the lance's special move. Now, is dash lancing actually the best way to play the lance? Well, no, since the last final hit has a lot of recovery frames, and if you don't position yourself properly, you will get hit. And the attacks you do while running have very small motion values, so you're not dealing the most optimal damage. But then again, it is a fun way to play the lands. This new crit meta forced me to adapt and change my playstyle, from counter lancing to evade lancing and dash lancing. Learning how to perfect evade using the poison exploit gun lance really helped me learn the evade lance playstyle, and it was a lot of fun. And that really is part of the Monster Hunter experience. There's truly a lot of ways to play each weapon to fit your playstyle. If you want to see the mathematical explanation as to why crit element is the new meta, then be sure to check out this video next to learn how damage is actually calculated in Monster Hunter Now. But that's it for this one. I'll see you guys in the next one.